A quick word of warning. This video contains a major plot reveal. You might well have guessed we're going to find out Sissel's true identity here. Now, as well as being a major plot reveal, this might actually change your perspective on the entire game. I won't say any more than that going into this video, but I will say this is your last chance. If you want to play this game for yourself, not that you have anything else to see because you've seen all the puzzles, but if you do, then this is your last chance to play the game for yourself without this major plot point being spoiled for you and, as I say, your perspective on the game changing entirely. Now, you might want to play the game with your perspective changed. That's up to you, but this is your last warning. If you don't pick it up, if you don't stop this video now, then just don't say that I didn't warn you, that it might well be, as I say, your perspective might well be changed. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Hey everyone, it's Ogre and welcome back to Let's Play Ghost Trick. So, last time we managed to possess Yomiel's corpse. That turns out that's what the name of the man in red really is. And we've gone back to 4 minutes before his death, which is 10 years ago. So, it looks like little Lynn here is just about to get crushed by the big old Mino statue, and we don't want that to happen. So, it looks like Yomiel is coming along and he's going to lend us his powers as well. So, with 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomiel! Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go. Alright, I'll try to move there. There we are. Now gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all! And remember, you only have a split second. Okay, now do it! Luckily it gives us more than a split second. Got it! For as fast as that went up, the Mino is moving down quite slowly. But anyway, now it's your turn, Missile. What? Me? But what can I do? I think you know the answer to that. Okay, got it! You can swap them! Yeah, just in case you hadn't figured it out. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position. But even if I swap them, it'll still be right above Miss Lynn. Don't worry. Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them. It'll buy us a couple of extra seconds, I guess. There we go. Smash. Lynn gets a couple of glass cuts. It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino. What can we do now? I don't see how gaining a second or two helped. Oh, it helped alright. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn. Him. Instead of me, which usually comes up, it says him. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right. I'm going to save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. Ouch! Everyone's legs go out tonight, except Lynn's. You guards! Imagine witnessing that from Gerald's point of view. You got things swapping and moving about all over the place, unexplainable events. You have no idea what's going on. So yeah, ye gods is pretty much right. Are you awake? Hey mister, is your knee okay? Huh? Oh, it'll be fine, it's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt. You saved me, mister! I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones that saved you. Yeah, that's right! I said it before, if someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty godly right now. What's your job, mister? Me? I'm a police detective. Same conversation as before, which is nice. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could. But my sweet potato. What's that? This is a detective's badge. We give them to children who've been very brave. A detective's badge. You know, I have no idea if the police actually have something like that, but I think it's a really sweet thing to have for children who've been in situations like that. Give them a little, sort of something of recognition like that. Anyway, okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah, sadly. Hang on, help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I never really know. When I came to, my body was already moving all by itself. It was as if somebody else was controlling me. I see. But you know, I'm glad it happened. Oh no, the poor kitty! Hey, mister! I found this kitten. It was over there. Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray. It's kind of limp. Is it okay? I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything. Poor little kitty. How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, it looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Old friend? I think I finally remember. So, yeah, that's the big final twist in this game. Who you are, the thing you've been trying to figure out all night. You're the cat. And, I think it's fun. At this point I will say, if you want to go back through all the other videos, try and find all the little hints. They are spread throughout the entire game. Obviously, cruelty to rats is quite a big one, but there are lots of other little hints to him being a cat. Things he says, other people just sort of saying things and remarks and so on. There are actually quite a few hints to him being a cat, and even way back in the first few videos, probably about video 2 or 3 or something, you actually see the cat. It gets the spotlight on it, and it just gets passed up. And I'll bet you've forgotten about that by now. But it's right there, right from the beginning of the game. The cat is there, so you know, it actually doesn't come out of nowhere. I think it's a well-written plot twist, this one, and it's nice in my opinion. But then, of course, I love this game. So, 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it. Eek. Yeah, we've seen all this. Somebody please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. And of course this is the original timeline what happened. Kitten Snuggles. Somebody please reach a hand out to me. Oh, poor sad kitten. I had just only died at the time. I'd lost everything. My life, my memory. My body couldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the Black Kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. No, I'm not going to start doing a cat voice for Sissel, by the way. I'm just going to stick to this voice. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see. Just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to our house. But I was just a little too late. I just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, your meal." The man named me Cecil. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. I want to know where the little red scarf came from, but goodness knows it could have come from anywhere. I suppose it could be just a handkerchief or something. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man, and there was nothing I could do for him. Until now, that is, I guess. For 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then, after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. I suppose if you had that kind of power, you think of using it, so I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. And so we come to the beginning of the game again, of course. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I would see that light. Or at least, that's what I tried to believe. But the first shot missed. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. There's the cat. As I said, we did see that cat in the first couple of parts of this play, so the black cat. I was possessing Cecil then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Cecil was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Cecil, there inside the bag, was dead. What? I wasn't able to control her completely. And all the clues were there. We saw this, and we saw the cat hopping out of the bag, so, you know, all of the clues actually were there. It really doesn't come out of nowhere like some twists do. As I said, I think it's a well-written twist. Anyway, the first bullet didn't hit anything, or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Cecil inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsig radiation. That's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back. It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. And that's something else you say right at the beginning is something along the lines of I don't see any other corpses around here, do you? But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. True Death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things that you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancée stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So, this was the last fate to be averted, eh? Fate averted! You know, can't escape the trappings of the video game logic system. So, Yamil, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, I'm glad too. I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. Oh, that was Lynn. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Yeah, but you still killed people. Well, I guess it's time we got back. And you 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present. I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again. So these past 10 years will now all vanish? Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either, the most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey Sissel. Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It will be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I'm truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yamil? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yamil. Sissel, are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't. Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We just have to wait until then. Sissel, I'll never forget you. I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd. Sounds good to me too. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Yep, and off we go. Wait! Yep, there's more, but you know what, let's leave that for next time. So, next time we'll find out who this is and what they have to say, because, believe it or not, there is actually more to be revealed. There is perhaps one last mystery you might have forgotten about, or you might still be asking yourself, and we're going to find out exactly what the answer to that mystery is. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and bye-bye.